Hey everybody, and welcome back to Trekyards. I am Captain Foley.
I'm Commander.
Should I say Commander Foley and your sub-commander?
I was thinking that. Maybe I'll just be Praetor and just, put all the
Oh,
rumours to
wow.
rest. The dark horse behind the scenes. I've been cloaked the whole time, and revealing myself feels appropriate in such a referential episode.
Yeah. Well, today we're talking about the antique bird of prey from Picard.
Or is it?
Season 1.
We'll break down and find out.
We're talking about the latest Romulan ship, brand new in this episode, from Stranger Worlds episode 10, Quality of Mercy. And that is the Romulan bird of prey, the TOS version, but reimagined TOS version. So, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there are 4 new ships to look at in this episode. This is the first, the least spoilery, because, yes, spoiler-filled. Now we can say, yes, Balanced Terror is basically redone via our tapestry. Alternate style, got some graphics here to kind of show the evolution, the diversity, and some comparison to see what we saw. Is it really what we think we saw? Let's find out. So the first shot, though, is the 4 iterations of the Romulan Bird of Prey. You got the original TOS version, top left. You got the remastered version, which did change the design quite a bit, feel-wise, should I say. You got the Lower Decks version, which is an insanely faithful recreation of the TOS version, and that was only done a couple of years ago. And the Picard version, which, as we know, was designed by John Eaves to be a antique but feeling more advanced, sort of a we surmise basis look and feel a motion picture era Romulan. It didn't have the same vibe, and that was used by some Romulan raiders in Picard season 1. It was destroyed very quickly, it was very small, etc, etc. The next shot, though, is a little fun comparison, because we did get a couple of direct things, and it's one of those moments where I think we were all wondering what we're going to see, what we're going to do, and here's the view screen first shot comparison of all 3. Again, TOS, Remastered, and Stranger Worlds.
Yeah, the one from Picard definitely, as we talked about at the time, felt very refit era, like kind of like a upscaled, modified, more modern bird of prey.
But the next pitch, though, is kind of fun because it's the Balanced Terror is recreated a few times in this episode, so we're all kind of waiting for it. This is the same moment in all 3 versions of the show, TOS, Remastered, and Stranger Worlds, of the Decloak moment and its first look. So there you go. There's all 3, Stuart.
Wow. Yeah, the one thing that stood out to me was the green nacelles, obviously, but it looked very good seeing this almost exact same scene again, but modernized. And that being said, the plasma torpedo effect is really cool. The new one, gotta say. I'm glad they kept this similar feel, and that was very important for this episode.
Which is funny because I think most of us associate the TOS one with having the orange facades, but this is the original version. It was never orange. And it wasn't in Ross either, so I'm not sure where that came from. I think Eaglemoss does that, but the next view, though, is 4 very clear angles of this Romulan ship. Obviously, firing disruptors going by, but with more visible impulse. And the front, instantly I was saying, this is probably going to be the Picard version because that was already a great redesign, but I was waiting to see the back and see if I had those impulse grill slit things, because that's the dead giveaway to me, and it did. It did. So I was like, okay. I mean, if they've, pre-designed well, it's not that much of a hero, but a good 3D model of this era, swap it out, put it in, you've kind of saved yourself some money. What do you think now you're looking at before you actually compare it directly? Do you think it's any different, or do you think they just verbatim used it?
But yeah, this one has the glowing on the struts, which is kind of Star Trek Online-y, but as far as I recall, the Picard one had that. I haven't looked at the comparison pictures yet, so they didn't bother making a new class of ship for the Sombra class, so I assume that their budget's not super great for doing new ships, I guess. But we'll see. I don't know. I think it's the same.
Yeah, it's a tricky one because we were saying in the episode where it must be a TMP version, because if it's Picard's trying to say that's a TOS version, it looks clear to advanced. That was before Stranger Worlds had come out. But now this does retcon that actually as the same era exactly, not necessarily the same ship. Obviously, it was destroyed. But that certainly hurts the vibe because now it doubles down. 2 shows have shown it as this, which is, I think a shame. If you're going to do it, I would just have removed those the glows at the back of the nacelles and in the pylons, because then it would have glowied it to be more in line with TOS look rather than be the fully like updated one. Otherwise, why on earth did the antique Romulan people not change the exterior or refit it in any way exterior-wise? A very small ship for 200 years, 150 years. Like, we assumed he had improved it if it was still a force to be reckoned with. A ship that's verbatim this old is not going to be a force to be reckoned with. You can't update it that much. There's limits to the space frame. But, whatever. So here is the comparison. And, yes, they just reused the same 3D model. Yep. Which I am okay with. I just wish they hadn't done the glowing edges, because that is what makes it look a bit too much. But hey, I mean, it was a great design originally. It's still a great design. It fitted really well. It's a little bit too advanced looking, but not far. And I think it was the best design in Picard, I think we said, overall.
Yes, I think so too, yeah. The thing that shocks me is they didn't change it, because now what is Eagle Moss going to just sell this one again with the Strange New World Romulan Bird of Prey, just a different box. So I already have this one. Woohoo! It's already in my collection. Sweet. But yeah, it is. You can see clearly it's the exact same. And I do love the bird graphic on the bottom. I love that updated look of that. So
yeah, it was definitely one of those times where we are thankful that a weird bit of Picard visual canon looked good enough to maintain. Because if this had been a far worse design, we're like, oh god, really? But luckily, it was already one of the top tier. Just kind of a few little bit of tweaks. Obviously, it fits in really well with Strange New Worlds, but doesn't fit in well with the other bits of the universe. Because it looks way more advanced than a TMP ship, even really. Just in terms of the basics of its more advancedness. And we get a much larger bridge, which then, I guess it's a very, very, very few amount of rooms, because that bridge is huge in comparison to the original one, which means to fit in, because we know the Fenris Ranger ship is tiny, and that was firing on the ship. And now we know it is the same ship, which means it is the same size. It is very, very small. If that bridge is the size of it, I mean, that might be, close to the entire middle bit is just that one room with like 12 windows. So it's a bit of, small things, but, once they do things like that, they kind of like locked into their own, sometimes poor decisions with one thing or another.
Yeah, the TOS bridge was, for the Bird of Prey, was very small and compact. This one had that feel, but also felt more thought out and a little bit bigger. Darker as well. So
I mean, I think we all knew it was going to be the same, but I just wanted to do a video breakdown anyway to kind of show it off, compare it, etc. But tune for other days where you get to see the other ships, because there are quite a lot.
Anyway, yes, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the notification bell icon so you don't miss any of these breakdown videos or lives that we do, where you can help us out financially as well. So click the notification bell icon to all so you don't miss them.
And Sports Ready if you can. Patreon, PayPal, join the channel. Just look at the description down below. There's all the links. We rely on this stuff to help us go and make more of this cool stuff for all of you guys for free. So if you can support even $5 every once in a while, it'd be massively appreciated. Or even if $5 a month, $10 a month, or super chat in the lives to say what you think. And do join in for all those different videos, as you said, because there is so many great debates happening about all these different things. So join us if you can. If you can't, but you should.
So until next time, I'm Captain Foley. Or sorry, I'm Commander Foley.
I was joking. I'm not really Praetor. I was joking. I'm a sub commander, second removed. Cockins.
You're just a Centurion. Just admit it. Until next time, guys.
Bye.
See ya.